It was one of the most controversial moments in sitcom history. A scene so shocking that NBC executives demanded it never see the light of day. For years, fans of Night Court have whispered about it. It's the lost episode that nearly ended John Larroquette's career and changed the show forever. But what really happened during that band scene? And why was it erased from television history? Let's take a look. In the 1980s, Night Court wasn't just another sitcom. It was a cultural phenomenon, set in a Manhattan courtroom that operated after hours. The show mixed slapstick comedy with heartfelt moments and bizarre characters. At its center was the magnetic John Larroquette, who played prosecutor Don Fielding, a fast-talking, womanizing, morally questionable lawyer with a sharp tongue and even sharper suits. His performance was iconic, earning him 4 consecutive Emmy Awards and solidifying his place as one of TV's most unforgettable comedic actors. But what most people don't know is that one scene, one unplanned, unscripted moment almost brought it all crashing down. According to cast and crew members, the infamous scene occurred during the filming of the show's 5th season. It was supposed to be a typical Night Court moment, Dan Fielding trying and failing to charm a witness in the courtroom. The scene began normally, with laughs from the live audience. But during one take, Larroquette allegedly ad-libbed a line so edgy, so controversial for the time, that it left the entire set frozen in silence. It was a joke that touched on race, power, and gender, subjects that were off-limits for network sitcoms of the 1980s. At first, the cast thought it was just another risky improv. But the studio audience didn't laugh. They gasped. Within minutes, the director yelled, "Cut!" and production halted. Executives rushed to the set. What followed was a heated argument that lasted hours. Some argued it was just a joke gone wrong. Others insisted it was crossing a moral line that could damage the network's reputation. When NBC executives reviewed the footage, they reportedly ordered it to be destroyed, calling it completely inappropriate for broadcast. John Larroquette, already known for his fearless comedy, was reportedly devastated. He argued that the moment was being taken out of context, that his character, Dan Fielding, was supposed to be offensive, a parody of the sleazy, self-absorbed 1980s male archetype. But the network didn't want to take chances. The scene was banned, and whispers spread that Larroquette might be written out of the show entirely. For a brief time, his future and Night Court's hung in the balance. Behind the scenes, tensions rose. Some writers threatened to quit if the network censored the show's humor. Others believed it was a turning point, a moment when TV comedy had to decide how far was too far. Eventually, the producers convinced NBC to keep Larroquette on the show, arguing that his character's edge was what made Night Court special. But from that day forward, the scripts were monitored more closely. Improvisation was limited, and every joke was reviewed before filming. The energy on set changed, still funny, but a little more cautious. The band scene became part of television legend. Fans who worked in production claim to have seen rough cuts or script fragments, but the footage has never surfaced. Some say it was destroyed. Others believe it still exists in a private NBC archive, locked away forever. Despite the controversy, John Larroquette went on to become one of the most respected actors of his generation. He later spoke about the pressures of comedy and censorship, saying, "Humor walks a fine line. Sometimes we trip over it." Night Court eventually ended its run in 1992, remembered not for scandal, but for its wit, warmth, and originality, and yet the mystery lingers. What exactly did John Larroquette say in that scene? Was it truly too shocking or just ahead of its time? We may never know. But one thing is certain. That moment, the one NBC tried to bury, became a defining piece of Night Court lore, proof that even laughter can be dangerous when it hits too close to the truth.